All right, time. Are we rolling?
Yep, we're rolling.
Jake, I'm flustered today. Came in 22 minutes late to our recording this morning. Was already running late. Tell me if I did the right thing here. So,
did you shut the garage door?
I hope so. Yes. Why?
That would have been the right thing.
That would have been. Oh, that is a right thing. So this morning, let's take it back. 24 hours ago, I made some cold brew in the cold brew maker from Main Street Roasters.
Awesome.
And after 24 hours, you're supposed to keg it. That the nitro process. Okay.
I mean, I kind of follow. What do you make it in?
You make it in like a 5-gallon bucket, like a plastic bucket.
Kind of kombucha style.
Yeah, it's just like making coffee, but instead of using hot water, you use regular temperature water.
Wow, I'm glad I asked. I didn't know that. So you're just out there like in a Home
lab.
Depot bucket.
Yeah. There's like a specific like food grade bucket I bought, but like it looks like a Home Depot bucket. Okay. It might be a Home Depot bucket that I spent
with like slightly less
$15
plastic.
instead of $5 on. Yeah. And it's got a little like hole in the bottom that has like a spout that you can take it from there to the keg. Anyway, making my coffee.
We used to water our trees with buckets like this.
Did you?
Because you fill up the bucket all the way, but then there's a little hole. That way you don't drown the tree. It just slowly waters it.
A little slow trickle.
Mm-hmm.
Good for
the
you.
Stratford way.
That's the Indian way. That's how we used to forage. So anyway, long story short, I made a little bit of a mess in the garage.
Okay.
Transferring the coffee
from Home Depot to keg.
Right. I'm talking about a little bit. I mean, let's imagine 8 ounces of coffee in your cup and then put that on the ground in the garage. It might not seem that much in a cup, but when you just spill it in the garage and you haven't cleaned it up yet,
you got a mess on your hands.
There's a decent little puddle there, right? And then let's say...
I can't wait, because I think I somewhat know where this ends.
Well,
this ends with you saying I'm freezing, because that's what you, and I'm just so curious how we get from I spilled my coffee to I'm freezing cold.
So then imagine another let's say 2 ounces of coffee on our deep freeze. Let's go 6 ounces. Let's say a decent amount on our top of our deep freezer. I don't know how it got there exactly. I think there was a little bit of a leakage situation with the Home Depot bucket. But now that is no longer just on the top of the deep freezer. This happened last night. Apparently it seeped into the deep freeze. And guess what happens when something seeps into a deep freeze? It freezes.
How did it seep?
Well, like I said, not always the clean. It was a little bit of a, it's not the easiest operation.
All right.
Transferring 5 gallons of liquid back and forth. Anyway, so I knew that there was coffee on the ground. I knew that there was some things to be wiped on the top of the surface. Didn't know about inside the deep freeze. So then Catherine goes to put away her sourdough loaf in the freezer that she had just made. And she's like, whoa, there's like some coffee on the ground. I was like, I know. I'm sorry. I'll clean that up later. She's like, there's also some coffee in the deep it's in the deep. Oh, it's all over inside of the deep. And so to Catherine's credit, truly, this is not even just like me saving her bacon. She was very kind and gracious throughout the whole thing. She cleaned it up and no complaints, but also it was like the kids were, having, their breakfast. They were kind of complaining. They were kind of being demanding of her. And so I was like, all to say, I was like, I got to stay here until this gets clean. Right. That's the right thing to do. Especially if she's cleaning up my mess, it's my fault. Mm-hmm. I can't just be like,
you should watch her kids.
I can't be like, well, yeah, right. Watch her kids. Yeah. I can't be like, well, Timon really needs me to be there probably for just to frame up the camera.
I think it's in his name. I mean, I want to value his time.
Timon. Yeah, right. It's 9:06. Come on, Catherine. I should probably get out of here. I'll wipe it up later. It's going to be whatever. She was so kind. She did it. It took 7 minutes. So at this point, 9:12, 9:13. Like I said, didn't get here till 9:21, 9:22.
What happened?
I walk outside, Jake. I got so mad, dude. I got so frustrated. Oh, you talked about it last week.
Because Catherine had cleaned up your mess?
Dude, it's not Catherine. It's not. Okay, first of all, we have snow on the ground again. And I'm done. I'm done with the snow. It's March.
I know this is a classic Midwest, but I was in shorts for most of yesterday.
Dude.
And I wake up today, snowy.
Have you ever heard this, dude? If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. What do you think of that, dude? What do you think of that, dude?
Dude, that should
That's
be
good.
Bumper stickers. I
know.
Put that everywhere. T-shirts.
Only
koozies.
But it would only
koozies.
It would only sell in Kansas. That's the thing.
I would literally buy a shirt.
Would you?
I would give you my money for a shirt.
Okay, Kansas.
So funny.
If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
That's the thing, though. It got him again.
Oh man,
I can't get over that. That's
I know.
The only bummer is that only relates to like Northeast Kansas, though.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
too.
Like Central Kansas, it's pretty predictable.
Yeah, you don't like the wind. Wait 5 minutes. That doesn't hit as hard.
No.
Central Kansas.
Dang
it's
it.
only us.
Dang it.
It's
Okay.
only us.
Okay, so Northeast Kansas. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Right?
Oh man.
All that to say, the snow is killing me. It's crazy windy outside.
Real windy.
Real windy. So last night, trash day is today.
Yep.
Right? And like I said last week, our recycling hasn't come forever. I think it's been a month, genuinely.
You're mad.
I am mad. And so this morning, while I was draining the coffee into the keg, I was like, I'm going to take out all my recycling stuff. I have so much more than what's in the bin. I'm just going to put it next to it in two big like cardboard boxes. Like I had my Good Ranchers box that was filled to the brim, stuffed in there. And then I had another box. And I walk out as I'm running late, and one of those two boxes had been ripped open by the wind, and my cardboard was all over the street. All over the street.
So that's what you were doing for 10 minutes before you came here?
Dude,
Picking up cardboard.
I was so angry. I was so angry at the whole situation. I was thinking to myself, like, why aren't they here yet? They've usually picked it up by now.
And if they would have come the last 3 weeks, then
This
it
wouldn't be a problem.
It wouldn't be full.
And my hands are freezing. There's stuff all over my yard, and so I'm tromping through. I didn't even have my snow boots on. I'm tromping through the yard in my shoes, just getting like wet and cold. My hands, I talk about like, whatever, schools are being soft, whatever. My hands, after 10 minutes of being out there bare, were absolutely like, they're still kind of hurting right now. It's been 25 minutes probably since this has happened. I was freaking, like, there were so many times I was like, I'm just going to leave it here. And I was like, well, that's not going to show the trash company anything. And so eventually, dude, I just like took, like, because I didn't know where to put all this stuff. So eventually I just like grabbed it all and like threw it in the back of Catherine's van, and I'm just gonna have to take it somewhere myself. And you bet your bottom dollar, I am calling that freaking trash company and giving them more than a piece of my mind.
Yeah.
I'm giving them the whole brain.
The whole brain.
Hey!
The unsevered brain.
It's me! Amygdala! What are the parts of the brain, guys?
Medulla
Help me out. Medulla! It's oblongata season!
Cerebellum.
It's cerebellum season.
Frontal lobe.
You don't like my frontal lobe? Wait 5 minutes. Boom! Roll it! Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. But all that to say, I had brought, like, I've been like, okay, oh my gosh. How? How does that even happen? How does this happen? Just on my hand. I had brought out like a cold, like, coffee and protein shake, thinking like, it'll be fine. I'm just walking from the garage to Jake's house. And my hand was like shivering as I'm bringing this over. Doesn't matter, dude. Here we are.
That is funny. Cause you walked in and you're kind of like, whew.
Yeah, I was flustered.
And you're like, man, I'm cold. And I thought I was being funny. I was like, oh, how come? Because I knew Brad had just had to walk over here in the cold. 28
degrees and it's 70 mile per hour winds. Like,
I had no idea you've been tromping through the yard.
I was so angry. I was angry. And you know what made it like, I don't know if this should have made it worse, but it absolutely made it worse, was that 3 of my 4 children the entire time were just looking out the window watching me.
Dad looks cold.
I was like, don't watch me right now.
Dad's tromping.
I am frustrated. I was like, this is not my best. And I was trying so hard to be like, be a good example, pick up every little thing, like be excellent. We're talking about like, I'm trying to like, especially with Hattie, be excellent in everything you do. Like, did you put that blanket away excellent, or did you just kind of throw it?
Good enough.
You know, and it's like, I want to not be excellent right now so bad. I want
to be warm more than I want to be excellent.
Oh, I'm mad. Whatever. It's fine. So all I have to say, happy March, everybody. Spring has sprung here. I was worried that Time wasn't going to get here this morning.
I know. Yeah.
I was telling Time, I went to text him to be like, hey, if you have trouble, we can postpone or whatever. And then I checked his location. He's already halfway here.
That a boy.
Guy's a star.
How was it? Like, how in general, like, you live in the country, kind of, but you live in a neighborhood. So, like, how do they do with your roads?
They do fine. I think they shovel them pretty on time, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember this morning if they were, like, if they had been cleared or not.
Okay.
I think it was just like, I was careful the whole, actually, they definitely hadn't, because I was like, I had to brake way before our stop sign, like, and just to make sure. But, like, the more north I got, they were fine.
Do y'all do that when it's, like, snowy out? Like, you test it a few
them?
times?
Yeah, I like
me
to
too.
test it.
It's like, there's no, like, if we go crazy, if we spin out right now, no problem. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I don't like testing the brakes, but like out of a stop sign. Like, let's get on a little bit.
Okay.
Let's turn the wheel while I'm accelerating and just see
what
how
goes on.
slippery it is.
I kind of like testing the brakes and sledding a little. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I do both.
I doubt it's good on the car at all, but yeah.
Like that.
Do you know what to do if they do slide on you and it's not working?
I think it's just like just up and down, like yeah,
Pump the brakes.
yeah.
Whoa. Pump the brakes,
Pump
mister.
the brakes, pal.
Speaking of cars, I bought Rachel her new RAV4. And so when I went to go buy and set it all up, they made me download the Toyota app, all that stuff. So I still to this day, I have the Toyota app on my phone, don't even have the car. And so I'm constantly getting notifications of what Rachel is doing with her car. And so I'm very up to date.
Oh, really?
And I see now, so Rachel has late start. She's on the living room right now. Looks like she tried to start the car. It said command failed. Then it says, ensure the vehicle is not in use. I know too much about what Rachel's going through. Yeah. Rachel, sounds like you locked the doors and then it worked. Yep, then it worked.
Once it worked, when you locked the doors. Good job. You're learning. Wasn't locked all night.
It feels like an invasion of privacy. It's like, I don't need to know when she locks her doors or when she remote starts her car. Why do I know all this? It's too much.
How many notifications do you have on your phone? Are you a big, like?
Yeah, I get a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm reading a book right now. Me and my books.
Brick book.
Big books. Not really. I haven't read books in like over a month. Anyway.
It's funny because most people would say I haven't been reading in a while, but you say I haven't read books in a while.
When I get reading, I'm like, I'm going to start like 3 books at once. I'm like, kind of like, am I in this kind of mood or this kind of mood? So I'm just reading books. Right now, kind of doing a 1-2 punch. I talked about it like a couple months ago, but I was reading Atomic Habits, still reading that, but also reading Anxious Generation. Heard of this?
No. I mentioned to someone the other day about habit stacking. They go, oh, Atomic Habits?
Yeah.
I was like, no. Sorry.
You're
I'll read it.
Dude, you should. Honestly, everyone should read both these books, but Anxious Generation's all about like how basically Gen Z is messed up because of social media and the smartphone. But it talked about how
don't even need
on average right now it's like 100 plus push notifications. Get it out. Yeah. 100 plus push notifications a day go to every single, average person's phone. And that doesn't include communication. In other words, like if someone's texting you. And so there was some kind of, I was like, surely this isn't true. But like, they're like some Gen Z girls, especially that are super connected to their phones and texting and snapping, whatever, are getting more than 1 notification a minute on average per day.
Man,
that's
jealous.
Wild.
Oh yeah, no, that's crazy.
That's wild. And so it's like, yeah. So I was curious, like how many notifications. You're a big push notification guy?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's something I should be limiting. When I first got the Apple Watch, I was big on that. Like I don't need 2 notifications of the same thing. Like I almost have no apps installed on my watch. It's just here for like fitness and communication.
Okay.
But yeah, I probably have too many.
And do they vibrate? Yeah, they like, and that would see for me. It's like I have to check every time. Like, do you feel that, or is it like almost like desensitized for you?
Yeah, I mean, you get so many dumb notifications being like an admin in different Facebook groups. So I mean, half of them are just garbage.
Yeah,
or just someone gave you kudos on Strava. So some of them, it's like, it doesn't even like pass through my brain of like a real notification, luckily, but it still is a lot of time looking at your phone.
But it's like, but if you get a vibration in your pocket, you don't know if it's kudos or if it's something important.
True.
That's what's like, okay, that's what's tough. Anyway, Atomic Habits is good though, dude. You would love it. I know that's the kind of book that you would get pumped about.
All right.
I think you would.
Atomic Hab here in a little bit.
Yeah. Just because you're already trying to develop new habits and trying to implement new things. And it talks about the psychology. Like it's like there's science behind it. And I think that's why you would enjoy it. It's like, it's not just like, hey, get out there and go.
Come on, go be your best version of yourself.
Come on, man, you can do it.
Yeah.
It's like, here's how to
wait 5 minutes.
Here's how to make them almost impossible not to achieve kind of thing. Like
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when Rachel and I first got married and I told her my obsession with having, like, I have to get something done while the microwave is going. I think that's where she taught me what like habit stacking is called. And I was like, oh, well, I'm already doing it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I get it.
It is very interesting. It's like the thing that you do already, like put something else with that and then delay your reward for the thing that happens afterwards or whatever. Like I want to eat. I know I'm going to have my microwave session while the microwave's going. I also want to
do abs.
Exercise more. Yeah. Yep. So it's like, I'm going to do 10 push-ups while I, whatever.
Yep. People always make fun of me, but I've been habit stacking for years, not even knowing what it was called. I shave while I drive.
Yeah.
It's like, I have to shave at some point. I know I have to drive at some point. Can't do much else multitasking while you drive.
There was a Ghosty that recommended using the floss picks while you drive. And
there you go.
Have thought about it. I haven't done it yet, but I'm like,
that's the first step. That's
great because I drive almost every day. If I said I flossed almost every day, that's a win.
I'll tell you the life hack is when we could start to figure out how to habit stack while we're sleeping. If I could floss while I sleep, now we're in business. Work out while I sleep.
Yeah.
Read books while I sleep. Talk to Timon while I sleep.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I know exactly what you're doing here. Paint while you sleep.
That would work.
Okay. Set code, like
code, yeah.
HTML. Java,
AI while
you sleep. Is this deja vu what I'm having right now? No, not what's going on right now. But in my head, I just remembered something. Does that mean I had deja vu? No.
I just have my first memory. Wow.
He's severed. He's just, dude. He's reintegrating.
I had a dream. I don't know if as far as I can remember, I don't think I've had like specific dreams about ghosties. I realized just now, based off what you guys just said, that I had a dream that had Alvaro's name in it. Shout out Alvaro Eskin.
Okay. Also, go ahead and say right now that it's not deja vu, but go on.
Well, what if you guys also said it, right? I don't know. It was like, I think it was like his birthday or something, and Taco Bell on their sign said, "Happy birthday, Alvaro Eskin." And then I went down the street farther, and then another place had like, 25 years with Alvaro kind of thing, whatever.
Where were you?
No idea. That's all I can
Dreamland.
remember. Yeah. It's just like kind of like neon signs driving down a normal old, just main road of a street or a town.
It is funny. That happens to me every now and then. Like 3 hours after you woke up, you're like, I just remembered my dream all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because something you talked about in real life triggered it.
Yeah. And that honestly might not have even been last night. That might have been 2 nights ago.
Maybe it was a real thing.
Oh my gosh. You're right.
Maybe that actually happened. Yeah. See when his birthday was.
I have been watching Severance. As have you.
Yes. Me and Rachel went on a little walk with Catherine and recapped it all.
I was like, what'd you guys talk about on your walk? Severance.
Dev. Yeah. Because it sounds like you guys, Rachel and I have been doing a good job. We're, pretty much one episode at a time, still getting to bed at a good time.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of marathoned it a little bit. One night?
No. Is that what she told you? No, we probably watched, I think one night we watched like 2.5 is the most we've ever watched. Okay. Maybe. I think it's mostly like 1.5 to 2.
Okay.
Usually it's like, well, let's just start the next one.
Yeah.
Catherine, it's like almost like classical conditioning with her. She falls asleep hard. And I started like really feeling what you were talking about with Rachel of like falling asleep. Yeah. Because then it's like, all right, next night we have to go back and watch 25 minutes of the previous episode.
Yeah. So that's happened to us a few times recently. And it's like Rachel has homework basically. Like last night, I was like, well, I have a phone call at 6. So during my phone call, make sure you get your homework done. Yeah. Which means catch up to Severance.
Catch up.
Yeah.
But don't get too far once. Yeah.
Know where I stop.
And I guess you could go back to figure out where you stopped. Because I'm like, how do you communicate that?
Yeah. So yeah, it's fun. So yeah, we were watching Severance. Then Rachel started shortening it to Sev. Like,
Sev.
You want Sev tonight?
Yeah.
And then that turned into, this is like Mr. Rogers in The Office. And then that gave me a flashback to, remember when you were in 8th grade and you called the 7th graders Sevies?
Sevies.
Yeah. It was like this unlocked memory. I was like, oh my gosh, that was such a big word for like 2 years of my life. Just like how much I hated being a Sevi, but then how much it was great to call the 7th graders Sevies when you were an 8th grader. Sevies!
You're such a Sevi, man. Yeah, I don't know why, but Olathe schools were always, the middle school, junior high was 7th, 8th, 9th. So Sevies were like the little
really
kids.
bottom.
Yeah.
See, we were 6th, 7th, and 8th, and so 6th graders were called sixlets. But that name didn't really stick much like the Sevies did. For whatever reason, Sevies was. Oh.
Wait, is
That's true.
Okay, I was gonna say, is this a Scott Peck moment where it's like, did he really say that? Like, sixlets. I was like, I can't tell if you're joking.
That was what they called them, but it just didn't stick that much. It was Sevies was really, that hit hard.
Sevi is just like, oh, what a Sevi, dude.
Yeah, that's a Sevi move. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Algebra.
so. Yeah, you're pushing down. Oh, I remember I was a Sevi. You thought you had a lot of homework and you're a Sevi? It's like, what am I supposed to do? This is how old I get. I can't help what grade I'm in here.
So yeah, that's been a fun memory because Rachel was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about Sevies. Like it's a nice shared memory of that terminology. But yeah, Severance is good. I'm determined. I'm like, we have to strike while the iron is hot. I got to make a Severance spoof for pickleball sooner rather than later. So I texted Ty and some stuff because he hasn't seen it. But I was like, you will love shooting this.
I've seen some behind the scenes of like a few shots.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was trying to show Rachel because right away, like a bit of a videographer myself, when they are getting, when they elevator themselves.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, they like their ratio changes or something on their faces.
Yeah, it's called like a dolly zoom or like a parallax effect. And so I knew how they did it. And so I was trying to show Rachel with my phone. And so I'm like taking videos of her in like this coffee shop and didn't have the same effect on my iPhone because the iPhone, it glitches when it goes to 0.5. They got to smooth that out. You know what I mean? Like when you're zooming in and out of video.
Yeah.
They got to figure that out. But anyway, so I know Time will have fun with it. So I'm just trying to think of like this has got massive potential.
Okay.
And so it's got to be like the most relatable piece of Severance pickleball content imaginable.
Yeah.
So
what are your
we've
thoughts
got
on it?
Two kind of options. Rachel and I have been brainstorming like seriously all week long trying to figure it out. One is like sending my innie to a 5.0 tournament.
Okay.
Something like that. Because I would love to see the transition like happen is where we get to do that shot and you become a much better player because your innie's been practicing or something maybe.
Okay.
The other option is like a wellness session. It's like when you first get there, it's like your outie plays pickleball.
Right.
Like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Your outie always blames his partner or the winner. Whatever.
Yeah. It's supposed to be wellness. Yeah, yeah. That's
so
funny.
That's the other option. It's not as severancy or it's not as like Timon won't get to have as much fun shooting it.
No, but that might be more mass appeal.
It might be easier.
Even if you don't really understand, it's like
exactly.
Oh, but you're that's not a good thing. Like it's like, oh, you can understand the pickleball aspect.
You can understand it a little better. Whereas like if you click on or if you're scrolling and then all of a sudden the word innie is in front of you, you're like, all right, I immediately don't understand this. If you haven't seen Severance. So
Catherine does not like the innie and outie terms.
Really? What does she prefer?
I can't say.
Yeah, her own little crunchy pronouns.
Crunchy pronouns. Oh, you crunchy pronouns. I think that's great. I think that'd be fun.
So we'll see. So yeah, maybe sometime soon we'll get that shot.
It's like a while. Are we building like a whole white set probably?
Did you see that behind the scenes thing where they tested 50 different shades of white for the hallway?
Yeah.
Did we buy that?
Calm down.
Hey, director of photography, talk to my wife. 50 Shades of White. Yeah, sounds like when we bought our first house.
What?
Sounds like when we're rug shopping.
Yeah. This sounds like
I didn't realize my wife directed Severance.
50 Shades of White. What is this? A Dave Matthews concert?
50 Shades of White. Thought you were going a different route with that joke.
I thought about it, but I'm not going to.
Anyway,
that's excessive.
it is.
Yeah, there's not even that many shades. So
They're making them up.
yeah, it's a lie.
I don't want to. I'm not a hater of Severance. I think Severance is good, not great. Can I say that? It sounds like everyone is like Severance is the best thing ever. It's good, not great.
What it is original. I would say it's 10 out of 10 on originality.
Fair.
100%. Thought-provoking, interesting. I don't know where you're at, and this won't spoil anything. I think I'm like 1 or 2 episodes behind, but we just recently got into like spirituality in our episode almost. Of like I mean, they even kind of go into this, like that Audi's been a bad person, that Annie is hoping to like get to heaven. So it's like, well, yeah, how would that work?
Okay. Interesting.
Do you have 2 souls? I mean, I don't know.
There's a lot. I feel like the whole thing, like, it's very sacrilegious towards Kier. Any? Anyway, it's like, I don't know. I don't think I would be like, I think we watched season 1 in 4 days or whatever. So yeah, we're into
Clearly it's a good show.
Yeah, it's like, it's not bad. But like, if that season ended in 2022 and I had to wait 3 years for this one to come out, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's okay.
I would say there's a bit of a gap between Severance and Breaking Bad,
dude,
in my opinion.
And like, I always compare it because I know that the directors are also Lost people. And I'm like, not even close.
You think Lost is better than Severance?
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Dude. The emotions and the feelings at the end of Lost episodes were just like, oh my.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Okay.
We like, talk about something you binge. It's just like, we can't stop.
We can't go to bed.
We got to watch another one. Oh my, what?
That's a good word.
And Severance, there's definitely been times.
There's some cliffhangers.
Yeah.
But you can go to bed after them.
Like, I'm not going to try to give anything away. But at the end of the episode, vroom, vroom.
I know.
I was like, I got to watch the next. Catherine's asleep. I don't care. I'm watching the next like 15 minutes at least to see what's going on here. You know?
I think that's exactly what we did. We were ready to go to bed, and that episode hit, and Rachel goes, let's watch the intro of the next one.
Yeah.
And then the intro of the next one has nothing to do with them.
The other night, I was asleep. I was falling asleep, and then eventually I kind of just succumbed to it because we were on our second episode of the night. And whatever, I'm not trying to give anything away. This is not giving anything away. But the episode's really slow, and then all of a sudden, a woman just screams as loud as she can. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know.
Okay. By far, like the most scared I can remember ever being.
Oh my gosh. We jumped up off the couch and I ran away.
Dude, I was fighting it for like 15 minutes.
It was scary.
I was just, and then finally I was like, I'll get this later. I kind of understand like the point of this conversation. And then all of a sudden, dude, and for whatever reason, Catherine didn't have sympathy for me at all. I was like, oh my gosh, I was asleep. I was asleep during that part. I was asleep. And she didn't even like respond to it. Like
she might have been asleep.
I need you to respond and be like sympathetic towards me. I was like, that was so scary. I thought about it the next day. I was so scared.
So just 2 days scared. You know, my biggest qualm with Severance, I've been saying it since like episode 2, Kissin' Kate Barlow's got to speak up.
Is that Kissin' Kate Barlow?
Yeah, do you not realize that? Miss Cobell?
So familiar.
Yeah, that's
that
Kissin'
she's
Kate Barlow.
David Arquette's, she's related to David Arquette, I'm assuming, but like.
Have you ever seen Holes?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Kissin' Kate
It
Barlow.
was in my top 4 in Letterboxd for a while.
Holy cow,
so
dude. You don't think it's like.
Connected to Camp Green Lake somehow.
Yeah. Holes?
Yeah, hole.
Where do you think the hole goes down
Holes.
to? She's got to speak up. Is that what you said?
Oh, she whispers the whole time.
Mark, is everything okay? You're putting out your trash a little early today, Mark. He's putting out his trash whenever he wants to put out his trash. That's Christopher Walken.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I love that the butler from Mr. Deeds,
Dude,
his main character,
I
you're underestimating
love
the sneakiness.
Yes. He's so good. Anything John Turturro, I think is his
Yeah.
name. I love anything he's in. He's in Rounders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Every time he does something, I'm like, I love him. And Catherine's like, really? I'm like, yes. I just love. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. But Kissin' Kate's got to speak up. I mean, 80% of her scenes with dialogue, she's talking to someone. I mean, she's just whispering.
Yeah.
You don't want me to come back to this company. You need me back in this company.
I know.
It's every scene.
I'm very intrigued by the show is good. I'm not trying to act like it's not good. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just trying to be realistic. I'm trying to be more critical, letterbox style.
Yeah.
I give it a 4 out of 5. And I think that's good.
And that's good.
That's like one of the best shows I've watched in a while, but it's not. It doesn't elicit the same feelings as Breaking Bad to me.
We're lost for you.
We're lost. Holy cow. Holy cow.
Holy cow. Holsy cow.
Holsy cows. Holsy cowsies. Timon is double hatting it today.
Yep.
Check him out. Why are you double hatting, Timon?
Read it.
Read it.
I don't know what to tell you.
It says Good Ranchers because we're sponsored by Good Ranchers.
Yeah.
We love Good Ranchers, and we guarantee that if you try it, you will too.
Yep.
What's it, Jake?
It is a flurry, nay, a blizzard. A blizzard of things hitting your mouth and your wallet and your stomach. But none of those things are going to be antibiotics.
Nope.
Seed oils.
Heck nah.
Added hormones.
Yeah, right.
Not even like say there's a curse word inside of that word. Get it out of here.
Yeah, bleep that out. Say it again.
H-mones.
Yeah.
H-mones.
H-mones.
You have no H-mones in your system. And quick blizzard.
I was going to be the sound effect guy. Go ahead.
They just upped their offer. This is exclusive to us. You cannot find this anywhere else on their website, anywhere else online. Good Ranchers is giving Ghosties $40 off.
What?
That's right. With the promo code GRKC, you're going to get $48 off your first box, free expedited shipping, and a free additional add-on every single month for a year. Which
What?
I know we've said that for a while now, but just, okay, real talk. I bought some like protein for myself, and I bought like a big old bag of it. And they just sent me one little like sample pack of another flavor. And I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome. And then I bought another order. I was like, I hope they send me another sample pack.
Yeah.
I say all that to say, like, with Good Ranchers, you don't have to hope.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope they send me another free bag of chicken nuggets. No, you can choose what you want, and you'll get it every single month for free.
Right.
It's like a $1,200 value or something. It's
crazy.
You have to take advantage.
You have to take advantage. And maybe if you don't, like, if you can't process that, go back to what you were doing a year ago and be like, whoa, that was a long time ago. And be like, oh, I could have had free meat this entire time.
Yeah, every single month, a new bag of bones.
And
or boneless.
It's so good. And it's like good for you. It's the best, highest quality meat made right here in America. And so you can know it, you can trust it. And listen, if you think that we're just like going too crazy with this, look at Timon. He's got 2 hats on for a reason.
This guy's insane.
Yeehaw.
Insanely good deals.
Yeah. So it's GoodRangers.com. It's American meat delivered. The promo code GRKC. What else do you need? Just support. We have a exclusive code only to us.
Yep.
We'd really appreciate if you guys used it for your next order.
Yep. Support Americans. Support your own family. Support your own wallet. And support your own, say it with me, gut. Good.
Anyway.
Yesterday, I went inside of a Hawaiian Bros. Had to go number 1 real quick, so I popped in.
Do you give them money?
For the bathroom?
Well, you say...
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I needed lunch, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I just left him $1.
You'll know what this is for when you go in there.
For number 1. So I left you 1. And a very old woman is working there and is taking my order. One of those... like women, you're like, I can't believe you're still working, but that's really sweet of you. And you know what? Actually, this might be best to role play it. Brad, I'm going to be.
What kind of Hawaiian Bros do you want?
I'm going to be the sweet old woman. You're going to be me.
Oh, okay.
And you're in a good mood. Vibes are up. And you're excited to talk to this sweet woman. So, so like you've ordered. And anyway, I'm like, all right. And your order comes out to $7.87. And how's the weather out there today?
I've been in shorts all day. I mean, it's great. And I've really been enjoying the weather today. It's been nice. Yeah. Oh yeah. And honestly, the sun is out. It feels
all right. That's good. Yeah. So we've got your name, and we'll just let you know when the order's done. Aloha.
Aloha. That was it. Like she's just like
she cut me off. Yeah,
good enough. I understand. I got
it. And then I just walked to the bathroom with my tail between my legs. Like I was too boring for the sweet old woman.
Oh yeah.
What
was he saying? I got taken.
Yeah, I got robbed by a sweet old lady
a
motorized cart. Yeah, I thought I was being so friendly and like so nice. Like, you know what? I will engage in this classic small talk question. I'm in a great mood. And I really gave her a good rundown of the weather.
Yeah.
Because I've been outside all day.
Okay.
Been driving around. I've been driving around all day. And at one point, I mean, it was like really heavy rain, but my phone says it's 53 degrees. All right. That was more than enough.
We don't need to get the exact temperature. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, just cut me off. All right, that's good. So, yeah, we've got it. And we'll let you know when it's out. You're right.
You should have.
That was too much. You're right.
Should have gone back on her. Be like, how's your day going?
And how's your weather?
It's been good. It's been kind of busy here. Had to fill up the iced tea twice, actually. All right, that's good. Don't even know about what kind of leaves you use on the tea. Bring me my food. That's
and
funny.
just a bonus story from there. So then I do go to the restroom when I come back out. And I feel bad. This is the Hawaiian Bros up in North KC, like really cool building, probably a lot of money to rent that out. And I just feel like anything like that post-COVID, no one's inside of these like restaurants. You just feel bad. So I'm the only one in there the whole time. I come out of the restroom and I'm just standing there and the woman addresses me again. She goes, "Aloha, can I take your order?" And then I have to be like, "Oh, no, you just..."
The same lady?
Yeah. So then I was like, maybe I should have more sympathy for that weather convo. She doesn't know where she's at right now.
Yeah, she's
She's
a robot.
45 seconds ago, she took my order.
Well,
I'm the only one in there.
Your time expired, it sounds like, on the questions. She's like, all right, see ya. Sounds good.
Yeah, she's like, got her watch. All right, and that's the end of that order.
She would have done the exact same thing. She would have said, all right, the exact same time, no matter what you said. Like, how's the weather going? Oh, it's nice out there, actually. All right, that's good. Aloha. We'll bring it out to you in a second.
She's on a rhythm.
Yeah,
Every 45 seconds, she's got to start and end an order.
I think that's what it is, maybe. So don't be discouraged.
All right, thank you. Yeah. I thought I was really good. I mean, I went into chief meteorologist mode. We got a cold front coming in, blizzard warning, but I don't know.
It was nasty out there. A lot of wind.
A lot of blizz.
A lot of cardboard out there today.
Be careful, guys.
The sucky thing is, dude, I got like my recycling bin's not even shut all the way because it's so full. And so it's just going to fly up again and there's stuff probably everywhere.
This isn't over. You're going to be tromping around all morning.
Gosh, I don't want to think about it too much, but it's all good, man. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what else. I have a lot of like things written down that are almost like more reactions to the ghosties, I suppose. I guess one thing that happened to me this week is I just wrote down Brad Deuce strikes again. Do you remember
the comedian?
Yeah. I don't remember if that's exactly like, I think the inspiration for Brad Deuce was because there's another guy named Brad Ellis in Kansas City.
Yes. Who is a comedian. Right?
Who's a comedian and kind of even like has my body shape and everything. Like,
well, used to.
And
you're doing just fine.
There was this guy at church the other day. I overhear like one of our pastors be like, "Hey, you need to meet this guy. He does stand-up comedy too." And I'm like, I don't know about two. I don't know if I'm really doing stand-up comedy too much, but he's like, dude, this guy told me that Brad Ellis does stand-up. And he's like, that's not Brad Ellis. I know Brad Ellis. And I'm like, yeah, I should be Brad Deuce. I need to be Brad Deuce.
I can't believe that keeps coming up.
So if I ever start a comedy page, it's going to be called Brad Deuce. I think
it has to be.
It has to be.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just for the sake of anonymity. But Brad Deuce also sounds funnier. Like, oh, Brad Deuce?
Yeah. Like your first comedy special is,
Drop it.
Dropping.
Yeah.
Dropping it.
Yeah, my special drops. The Deuce is dropping.
The Deuce drops at midnight. The Deuce drops on YouTube.
The Deuce drops at midnight. Yeah, it was just kind of a funny conversation with this guy. He's getting into podcasting, this guy is. And yeah, sure.
A little spam call, yeah.
This is Evergy, your electric utility provider, with an important message. If you are Jake Triplett, please press 1 now, or to place the call on hold while you get
me.
Dude,
your account is past due and scheduled for disconnection. If a minimum payment of $351.29 is not received before March 12th, 2025, your service may be disconnected. To reestablish your service.
Cool. All right. That's good weather, lady.
Wow. They spam you hard these days.
The scam calls are getting out of control.
You hear how random that number was?
Okay, yeah, she's clearly had an Indian accent.
Yeah, nice try.
Nice
Vivek.
try, Julie.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's wild that autopay stopped working and that $350 is enough to just get it shut down.
That's minimum.
Yeah, I think you got to run that up to 4 figures before they just shut off your electricity.
Bring it. Well, you might have more of a payment, though. That's not the minimum.
Oh.
I don't know.
How long have I not paid this?
Also, they should send you an email or something.
You don't like the phone call at 10 a.m.?
Don't love it. 10:06. They called you at 10:06 a.m. That's like an automated call, but not automated to the point where it's like, let's just do it on the exact. Do you think they have like limits on how many people they can call at once?
Yeah, what kind of phone booth is this?
It feels like it should be able to be digitally calling.
Maybe it is.
I don't know.
My account. Make payment. Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
Speaking of Brad Deuce, I am also thinking about my comedy career as well because I just went and performed in South Dakota this weekend.
Yeah, tell us about it.
And it was great. Really, the main takeaway is I am like inspired. Maybe the right word would be like enthralled by this other guy I met there. I think I've thought about him every day since South Dakota.
Oh, really?
His name's Ted Cunningham. I've heard of him for years because he's the pastor in Branson.
I was going to say, the Branson guy?
Yeah.
He used to be a K-Country director, I think, back in the day.
Okay, so yeah, he's like the pastor of Church in Branson, Woodland Hills, and like I've known people who go there, heard about him for years, yada yada. So first of all, it's just fun to meet him because we've got 1,000 mutual friends and a fun of just, we're just going back and forth telling Joe White stories, and just Ward Weavies or anything.
What was he? He was the speaker there or what?
Yeah, so he's a speaker and like author and all this other stuff in addition to being a pastor. Well, I get to hear him speak. So I do like a 30-minute comedy session and then he goes on after me for like an hour to do kind of like the more kind of like marriage conference type talk or whatever. But dude, I've never seen a talk like this. I don't know how often people are getting to hear messages like this, but 3/4 of it was just a comedy routine.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I mean, I was sitting there being like, I'm watching a like top-notch comedian right now. And every now and then sprinkle in like a good nugget from the Bible or a biblical parenting and all this stuff. And I was like, this is what I want to be doing. This is awesome. I would way rather people expect marriage conference and get comedy rather than expect comedy and sometimes get comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was so good at it. It was awesome. I'm like, dude, he's got
dialed in.
Yes, it was so good. One specific joke he did. So this was when I think Friday was the day of the like Zelensky visited the Oval Office and all that stuff is going down. That's when that's like a really big event. So he gets up there that night and he's like referencing it. Like, I don't know if you guys saw Zelensky in the Oval Office, but it reminded me so much of when I took my kids to Disney World. And he does this whole Trump impersonation being like, would it kill you to be grateful for $350 billion? Could you say thank you for all that I've done? And I mean, the crowd was losing their minds at this. And it was so fun. Like, he just went on and on about how he's Trump and his kids are, Zelensky not appreciating the Disney World trip. And so I was like, dude, you have to like post this. I was like, I don't know what your Instagram is like or if you care about going viral, but this will go viral. I was like, but you have to post it tomorrow. Because, I mean, you can't even do this bit 2 weeks from now. So you might as well.
Yeah.
And so we talked to the people. They got him the video. They put captions on it. The next day, I go to check it out. So I find his Instagram. First of all, he's private. So I'm like, that's going to be tough to go viral.
Yeah. With his audience, maybe.
But within his community. Yeah. And I request to follow him. He accepts it. And then I see that he has posted to his story. So I was like, I should have been more clear. I could have been more helpful here. That's my bad. I didn't say where to post it.
Yeah.
So probably didn't go viral on a story, but I bet people liked it.
That's fun. Yeah. I love that. I do think the idea of like speaking, I have that desire. I think it'd be so fun to, like obviously there's value that you're providing people when you do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Obviously like people have talked about our podcast, bringing value to their lives, but it's like to have like a specific value that you're bringing alongside of like just the levity that we already just naturally have in our lives. Like, I think would be so fun. And I have passion towards family and marriage. And so I'm like, how do I curtail that?
Yeah.
So it sounds like Ted's the guy. Ted knows.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's awesome. And
Yeah.
he even has like kind of this like speaker class. He like sent me this document for free on like how to become like the business side of speaking. And
that's cool.
anyway, so it was inspiring. It was cool.
Yeah,
And
I've heard great things about him.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was really funny. We had a good time.
Cool.
Hanging out all weekend. And so yeah, I don't think I've been married 20 months, probably not ready to do marriage stuff. You obviously can't do parenting stuff, but Rachel had a good point. She's like, you should speak to like colleges about like career stuff like that. So I was like,
all right.
good call.
Colleges always have budgets too, which is nice. Like they have like.
Do they actually? Because that's what I was wondering. I was like, are they willing to pay like corporate would be? I don't know.
Look at my eyes. Oh yeah. Especially, well, I don't know about especially. I was on the music committee for the Union Program Council at K-State.
Bragger.
And we had a sizable budget.
Really?
And it was a matter of like, yeah, it was very interesting. It was like, I think we had, I can't remember the number now, $50,000, $100,000, something like that. Jeez. But it was, I could be wrong about the numbers. I was wrong about the trash numbers. Now I don't want to be wrong about something else. But it was one of those things where it was like, that's our budget, more or less. But if you can bring an argument that says like, hey, John Mayer costs $250,000, but we're going to be able to sell this many tickets. We can then pitch to John Mayer, or we can whatever, use that. Like, as long as we don't lose money, like we can, fudge the numbers to an extent.
I see.
And so didn't bring in John Mayer, but
didn't get John.
Brought in the Civil Wars, which was pretty cool. Ben Rector. Yeah, I just remember because like I think the year before they brought in Jason Derulo.
Whoa.
Watch out, so the Game came in there a couple years earlier.
The Game came to K-State.
Yeah.
Did people like show up to hear him?
Yeah. I mean, not like in droves, but in the Game standards, he did all right. Fun. We had Fun come.
So, that's great.
Yeah.
That was the time when they were popping probably.
Yeah, it was like we got him early. So
good job on that.
Anyway, all I had to say, I think that colleges would be
all right.
I don't know about SBU, places that are more small private schools, but I don't know.
UC Berkeley, Harvard.
Yeah, I'd probably start Ivy and then maybe go down to,
go across the pond, Cambridge maybe.
Yeah, do they have names for their prestigious schools over there?
If we have Ivy, what do you think they have? Greenery?
Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garland?
Any?
Timon, what's it with you?
I've been locking in. So.
You did the church lock-in?
Yeah.
I did Romans and Christians.
No, I was just telling Jake that I'm trying to like have a bedtime and a wake-up time. So.
He's trying to get him a nightlight and like a blankie and like, have a good bedtime.
I had, bedtime story. Good. Teddy bear. No, but I'm trying this out. I only did this is my first like day / last night like doing it, but I'm trying to do 10 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Love it.
If that turns out to be like, I don't know, maybe it'll change to like 11 and 7, but I like this so far. Last night, I think I was asleep by like 10:50, so like not bad.
I texted Diamond late last night for the first time ever, and I was like, surely he'll see this and like be good. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But yeah, I don't know. I went to the gym before recording, so
Atta boy.
Feel pretty good.
No wonder he got here soon.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's one thing that's new.
I love that, dude. I think my recommendation is try to keep waking up early, even if you don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a tricky recommendation because it's like, well, then I don't get enough sleep. However, if you wake up early, you are then like the cycle then continues where it's like, okay, now I'm actually tired at 10 p.m.
Yeah. Absolutely. I
right?
think
that's a good
like
point.
I think that the early wake up is more important than the exactly 10 p.m. bedtime for me. Like I think my day is much more just like if I wake up at 8 versus 6, that has a much bigger effect on my day than when I can go to sleep, I think. So, yeah.
I love that, dude.
Thanks.
Anxious Generation, this book talks so much about like the idea of sleep and how like, the younger generation is just so deprived of sleep right now. And like so much of it's because of technology and screens and whatever, all these different things. But like how important, obviously we know sleep's important, but like how hugely important it is. Yeah. And how much we're just like, it's fine. I'll be fine. Like I can grin and bear it kind of thing. Yeah.
I'm going to try to keep screens like downstairs as much as possible. Not like in super easy access, but yeah. See how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Locked in.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Just doing locked in stuff.
Yeah.
Just being locked in.
I love being locked in. Good job, man.
Thanks.
So last Thursday, the day I flew out to South Dakota. Really early morning, the night before, we had a volleyball game at 9:30.
That's right. Yeah.
So like got home at 10:45, packing, of course. And so really early morning. I think I get to the airport at 5:30 a.m. and I'm wearing my Friday pickleball, it just says Friday on it, like a little rope hat.
Yeah.
Not thinking much of it. And I get to like the TSA agent and, super early. She goes, I don't think so. And I'm just like, what? She's like, you've got the wrong hat on, mister. And I was like, in my head, I'm just thinking like, can you just scream at me like the other ones? Like, why is today the day I'm meeting the one TSA agent in a good mood? He's like, no, not until you turn that hat around, buddy. You're a day early or a day late or whatever she said. And I was like, I want to burn this hat to the ground. I'll just drive. I'll just drive to South Dakota.
You're like,
just let me through. I'm miserable.
Please
just let me. And so I like took it off and she's like, that's better. All right, come on in. And so that was how my day started. Really long day. But she flying there. But the shows were great. I think I said this last week, but I mean, compared to the chicken and pickle show where, 60 people were there and I broke even on the day.
Yeah.
This was great. We had 800 people the first night, 1,100 people the second night.
That's crazy.
It felt like a theater show, like Detroit. It was awesome.
Was it at the church or was it?
It was at a church.
Okay.
Yeah. Decent sized church there in Sioux Falls. And it was fun. It was a good time. I will say in my set, I think I peaked early, which is sometimes happens. If you find some really good local material, nothing beats the local material. So right off the bat, I'm just dogging on Fargo because I like kind of assumed they probably have a little rivalry there. And so, I'm dogging on them and just going off. So I don't even know if it's true or not, but I'm just like making stuff up and saying how Fargo's the turkey bacon of cities. I'm like, and because turkey bacon's great. Fargo's great. As long as you've never had anything else.
Yeah. There you go.
If that's all you know, it's great. And
I love that. That's a good joke because you can insert in any city you want. You're in Dallas, you're like, Houston's the turkey bacon of,
Yeah.
It's great if you've had nothing else. Yeah.
Minneapolis, St. Paul, anything where there's like a rival city.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Memphis, Nashville.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Los Angeles, San Diego. I don't know if that's true, but St. Louis, Kansas City. Chicago, St. Louis. Everyone hates St. Louis. Denver, Fort Collins.
Beirut, Baghdad.
Jacksonville, and Jackson Hole. You'd be surprised.
Because they snowbird.
Yep.
Because they come down.
Right. Jersey City, New York.
Yep. Perth,
and what is it? Glasgow. Yep. Perth and Glass. London and Cambridge, one of the Holly Leagues. So
Iceland and Greenland,
just
big
straight
rivals.
Up.
Island to island.
There's not too many people in either of them, so it's like
just say
the
whole island.
Country. Canada, U.S.
Yeah.
Toronto, Vancouver.
Yep. Good for you shortening it, saving some time.
Yeah. Vancouver, Gurry, Vancouver, Toa, Vancouver.
Following. Trial, Vancouver.
That's about all I know.
It's most of them.
Yep. That's about what we got. Berta, Vancouver. So.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then another like local joke I did off the top, which that first show felt a little risky. It was like, I think they'll laugh at this, but you don't know. I made the entire audience the butt of the joke. So in asking the locals and the guy who hired me, I'm trying to figure out like what Sioux Falls is known for. He said, we do have like an unusual large, like proportion of banks and like fitness centers. And so I was like, great, I could do material on that. So I'm joking like, I've been driving around all day, love seeing your town. I couldn't believe, there is a bank or a gym every 10 feet in this town. And it got me excited. I was thinking like, man, the people who show up tonight, they are going to be the healthiest, richest people I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I kind of paused for a while and I'm like, and then I saw you guys walk in here. And then thankfully they did laugh at that. I was like, if they don't, I don't really know how to bail out of this. just calling the audience poor. But
yeah, right.
But they were great. And then, you kind of lay that foundation. And then the rest of the night with crowd work, I'm like, no bank, you got a gym membership? Yeah, I didn't think so, But it was good. It was really fun and got to meet some ghosties. So Ted Cunningham's son-in-law, huge ghosty. You got a little dribble on your chin.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
yeah. Caden, his wife Corinne, they were awesome. Hung out with them all weekend.
Oh, Caden. You told me about Caden.
Oh, I did tell you about Caden.
Yeah.
Yeah, we text.
Yeah.
Text, take that time, and you didn't know about Caden. Little rivalry. Brad, Timon, turkey bacon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Options. They were great. Let's see. Who else? I think one of the shows, I'm doing crowd work with a woman in the front row, having a good time, yada, yada. Afterwards, she comes in, finds me in the lobby, and I'm like, hey, thanks for being a good sport tonight. You were great. She goes, yes, I'm actually like a huge ghosty.
Oh,
my gosh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Then I like see her name afterwards on Facebook. I'm like, oh, it's Jenna, like P-O-T-J. Yeah.
That's how I
something
say it.
European looking.
In my head, yeah.
Poser.
Yeah.
That girl.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, I know who you are.
Portugal, Spain.
Portugal and Spain.
Right?
Porsche.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, sir. Portugal. Yeah.
And so she's like, yeah, I'm a ghosty. So I'm like, okay, that's already really fun. Crowd work, ghosty. She goes, then she says, we actually have Friday paddles. I was like, that's so fun. She goes, we bought some this past winter for Christmas. She said, a week after we bought them, I won the free paddle on your YouTube comment winner thing. I go, oh my gosh, that's wild. That's so fun. And then she goes, 3 weeks after that, my husband won a free paddle on the YouTube comment thing.
Oh, they've hacked it.
And I go, that's actually really crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only given away 52 of those. We're like a year into it. And you and your husband have both won the free paddle.
Yeah.
And you bought some. She said, yeah, we were so nervous you guys were going to think something fishy was happening that we changed our address on the second one. They like delivered it to a friend's house or something.
Because you would totally
Scott is checking. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's the same last name.
Hack into the mainframe.
Oh, that's funny. What?
So fun coincidence.
Well, okay, I am curious. Like, do you actually randomly choose those, or is it like, hey, that's a good comment?
It is somewhat, I mean, it's all just chosen by me.
Okay.
So what it is, it's not just like, that's a good comment, but I think very early on, I chose someone who just commented the word. They commented paddle. Okay, screenshot, whatever. And then that person lived in, Saudi Arabia or something. So like, ooh, tough to get them a paddle.
Ooh, yeah.
We're losing some money on this one.
Okay.
So what I try to do is pick someone who looks like they have a clear understanding of English to make sure, like, all right, the odds are better that they live in America.
Okay.
So I screenshot those.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I was curious if it was just like, they have 252 comments. Let's just pick up number 1 through 252.
I think there are programs that can give you a random YouTube comment generator, but no,
Yeah.
I try to pick some.
Okay. I figured.
Yeah.
Because they were always like decent comments.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like paddle.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Also, I'm pretty sure there's a couple like people I've seen. They're like ghosties. Like Mike Harris, I think is his name. I chose his comment one week. I'm like, hey, he's a ghosty. Sure, he always showing a lot of love. And then I saw that he continued. This might be the same for Greg Payne too. Both of you guys. I think you've been chosen as a comment winner, but you continue to comment the word. So
They're
maybe
thirsty.
they just need more.
Yeah.
It also makes me wonder, like, did you know? Have you redeemed?
Yeah. How do you redeem? You just email them? Or
Email, DM us.
whatever.
Okay.
Huh. They just want more. Maybe, hey, change your last name. Maybe you'll win, Gregory Payne.
Yeah. Switch the address up.
I was about to sneeze. Gosh, I got stuff in my nose, man. Gosh, I got coffee in my veins, man.
Say what now?
I got coffee in my veins, man.
And it's making you sneeze?
No, you see me sneezing? No, dog. Got coffee in my veins, dog.
Your nose is kind of red. Your eyes are kind of watery.
Got coffee in my veins, dog.
Do I look like I'm sneezing?
Do I look like I'm sneezing, dog, or do I look like I got coffee in my veins, dog? No, dog. Bring it here. I got Nappy Indiana in my veins, dog. Nappy Indiana until I die, dog.
This is Brad's new character. His name is Xander with a Z.
Yeah, Xander. Right here on my... Tat it up, dog. That's my coffee, dog. Listen, I'm willing to make a mess in my house for Main Street Roasters. Every single day, I'd get a big old bag of beans. I'd get a big old bag of beans, and I would put them right in my veins, dog. So
Brad doesn't know this, but I was over at their house. They didn't know I was there, but I overheard a conversation between Brad and Catherine. I was in the garage, kind of peeping in. And Catherine said, Brad, I'd really appreciate it if you could not spill coffee.
Yeah.
And Brad said, I'm only going to say this once. Dog. I'll spill coffee every bleeping day if I have to. If that's what it takes to fill my body, to fill my bloodstream with Main Street roasters.
Right here. Some people give blood. I give coffee out of these veins. I give coffee.
What's your blood type?
My blood type is
MSR
type,
positive.
Type beans positive. Right? Type GRKC positive. You type GRKC into your browser, you get 10% off. I type GRKC into my veins. I got Main Street Roasters in there, dog.
Mm-hmm. You use that promo code at a blood bank. You only have to give 10% of what other people give.
Wow, dog.
Pay it forward.
Wow, that's a lot off, dog. That's a lot off, dog.
And so, yeah, it was shocking the way Brad spoke to her, but I thought about it for, 2 seconds, and I was like, that makes total sense.
It's a trade-off you have to make, dog.
It's a trade-off you have to make. So be like Brad.
Yeah, dog.
Sacrifice whatever it takes. Disappoint your wife. Make a mess of your garage. Whatever you need to do to make sure you can get that sweet, sweet Main Street Roasters beans in your bean stream every single day.
Dog.
10% off. Dog. Dude, you ever seen that classic video of the guy who's messing with scammers? And eventually the scammer is like screaming. So he's got that voice changer. He pretends to be like an old lady. So it's pretty impressive, like, little shtick he does. Or he pretends to be a super incompetent old lady who works at Hawaiian Bros. And it's just like, how do I do this? And the whole thing is just to waste scammers' time. And sometimes he'll get them really riled up, where he gets so close to like accepting the scam, and then he'll go back a page. And these scammers are just going nuts. And anyway, he found a way to like really mess with them. And so it's just like famous clip of just like this guy screaming at this old lady, do not redeem. I feel like I've seen it like get memed in other places, but anyway, that's Mike Harris and Greg.
That's them.
I do not want to redeem. Do not redeem.
Do not redeem.
Do not redeem.
I have not seen that. That
great.
sounds great though.
It's a fun type of content because you can watch it, and even though it's evil, you could feel good about it.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you're wasting the bad guy's time.
Yeah, you're rooting for the good guy still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though he's doing something that like normally you shouldn't do to somebody, like lead them on. Yeah, that's good. That's how I felt about Ocean's 11. It was like, I'm rooting for the bad guys, but I think they have some cause, So,
Tom, you ever seen Ocean's 11?
I have not.
Oh,
Letterbox.
I'll do it.
10 out of 10
I'll add it to the
Letterboxd.
watch list.
it's great, man.
Adding it right now.
I'm parched after Do Not Redeem. I got to get some water.
Great.
I'll be right back, guys.
While you do that, listen to this. Okay. Maybe you've already gotten the text as well, but I'm going to read this text from Rendell Weaver. You guys know about this? You seen this?
No.
Okay. So Rendell Weaver texted me Sunday afternoon, a picture of a letter. I'm talking loud so Jake can hear me. A letter. He says, Brad, this is crazy. I'm on a 5-week mission trip to Paraguay right now, and I just arrived where I'm staying at, and I find this paper on my bed. You talk about a community. Time, and I'll send this to you so you can put it in the video. But
Great.
The letter says, well, Rendell my Weaver, we got word that a well-known fellow ghosty was going to be in town. We hope Paraguay and this house, I can't read, whatever. This house and people become special to you like they have been for us. Have a great time. God bless. Oh, now I got to read their names. Jake and Kendra Horning. That's crazy, man.
That's awesome.
And it says, say hello to Jake, Timon, and Brad for us next time you see them.
I heard enough. That is crazy.
Paraguay.
Someone knew him from his name in Paraguay.
And yeah, like somebody was like, well, yeah, I hear that Rendell Weaver's coming.
So what my takeaway is, if we make every ghosty who listens to us, if we make their name famous, the world is going to get a lot smaller because they're going to be able to connect.
Yeah. So Mike Harris, there's probably only one of them.
Yeah.
So he's next.
Greg Payne. You go on a mission trip. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, Greg. Spread the gospel. No pressure. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. He said, apparently there's a few Mennonite couples down here and we're staying at their friend's house. Another Mennonite couple. And yeah, I was shocked to say the least. So
Wow.
I mean, what a small world, crazy coincidence, everything. So
That's cool.
That reminds me, now I can't think of who it was. Someone recently in my life has known you, Timon, because they go to the same church as you.
Was it a chicken and pickle?
Wait, I got it. No, this was Caleb, the guy who shot the stuff in Phoenix.
Oh.
I think he has family in, was it Gridley?
Gridley. Oh, cool.
I feel like you should have got that before Brad did.
Yeah.
Were you thinking Greenleaf?
I was like green leg, green leaf.
Greenlee? It's like, it's close.
Yeah. Well, because he's from Central Illinois. I was like, or did you say Illinois?
Gridley?
Lives in Colorado Springs now.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay. Somehow I had heard. I thought I had heard.
No,
he
maybe
was
he is from
Illinois.
there. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Where's Greg Payne from? See how I did that? We're boosting up Greg
Make
Payne.
him famous. Jenna Portugal.
Yeah.
That's cool though. That's awesome.
And I think it's happened another time too. Basically, this AC church, bigger than you think.
Well,
Bigger than you think.
Yeah, connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like you guys all know each other.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
JD Vance is AC, I think.
No, he was Hillbilly Elegy.
That's what it is.
You're thinking of Trump.
I'm thinking Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good 5 seconds.
Yeah. Anyway, crazy about Rendell Weaver, dude. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Just
Paraguay. You don't hear much
I was gonna say,
about
name
Paraguay.
another person that even has used the word Paraguay in the last year.
Name even a single thing about it. Next to Uruguay.
Asuncion. That's the
President.
Yep. Asuncion.
Asuncion 2024.
Isn't Asuncion Paraguay?
I don't know
Capital?
what. Oh, that's a city. Okay.
Cool.
Asuncion. I'll look it up. It's either Uruguay or Paraguay. Also, they want us to say Paraguay, probably.
You're right. Asuncion.
Asuncion, Paraguay. I learned the capitals
Paraguay.
back in like 8th grade for all the Spanish-speaking countries. So quiz me on any of them.
Montevideo.
Montevideo, Uruguay.
Lima.
Brasilia, Brazil. Lima, Peru.
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Santiago.
Santiago, Chile.
Sucre.
You're looking at me, but it sounds like Timon's got the list in front of him. So.
Yeah. Sucre, I don't know Sucre.
That's Michael Scofield's roommate in Prison Break. It's Spanish for sugar.
Sucre, Spanish for sugar. And Michael Scofield's Prison Break. Fox, Wednesday night. Fox, Wednesday night.
8/7 Central. Later, Netflix.
7 Central. 7 Central. What is Sucre from?
The capital is Bolivia.
What?
I don't know. The flag is
Bolivia, no.
red, yellow, green.
Sucre, Bolivia?
I told you what Sucre was. Yeah, that's not the capital.
It is?
Michael Scofield's roommate.
Bolivia. What?
Prison Break season 1.
Capital of Bolivia. It's got to be. You're right, probably. I hate that I don't know that. La Paz, Bolivia.
Yeah, but I didn't say the country was Bolivia. It was something else. Sucre. The country is Sucre, right?
I don't think.
If there's a country named Sucre, they just slid it in under the radar.
Okay. Was I saying the capitals or the countries?
You were saying the capitals, and then Brad would say the country.
okay,
And then
I
you
thought-
threw in sugar.
Okay. Because I like am unfamiliar enough that I wasn't sure which one I was saying.
This is weird. I looked it up. Capital of Bolivia.
This is curious.
big old Google letters, Sucre. But then it says the constitutional capital is the historic city of Sucre, where the Supreme Court is established, but the administrative capital is La Paz, where the executive and legislative branches of government function.
So you were right.
That's weird.
You guys were
though.
both
That's
right.
interesting.
Yeah. Sucre, constitutional capital. La Paz, administrative capital.
Does that happen anywhere else?
Yeah. Sucre is also the capital of the Chuquisaca department.
Chuquisaca, 7 Central. Chuquisaca, 7 Central. Wow.
It's located in the Fertile Valley in the south.
Fertile Valley South. Fertile Valley South. You say it
Fertile
one time.
Valley. I'll be up a joke if you want.
Fertile Valley, Brandon Imch. Fertile Valley, Brandon
There it
Imch.
is. There it is. So that was some of South America's capitals.
Yeah.
What more?
Timon. I got them all.
What's the capital of Colombia?
Oh, yeah. Bogota, Colombia.
Oh, that's right. Remember when we were in Chick-fil-A and we said, what's the capital of Missouri?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, I got a text from Drew Severance. Did he text you?
No, what'd he say?
Sucks to be you. It said, it took me a bit yesterday to realize the camera was moving in the back seat to track my movement. ... You guys are so funny. I love it when y'all come through.
Okay, good. I did see Rocco the next day, and he was like, oh, no, dude, they were loving it. They were loving it.
Well, that's good to know.
I was like, okay. Because I thought about, like, I need to call Drew.
I know. I thought about it afterwards, too. I was like, were we bad?
Yes.
Did we do bad?
Yes. Yeah. And because, of course, that was not our intention.
Yeah.
Right, Timon?
Time?
Timon.
It was mine, but
But 2 out of 3 good intentions.
2 out of 3 good intentions, yeah. Anyway.
Speaking of that episode, I loved what you texted us, Timon, this morning. It was just funny to see someone's comments. So who was this? This is Kelsey Lucy. Kelsey Lucy, 87 Central.
Kelsey Lucy Colombia.
Well, the original post on Ghostrunners podcast came from Danny Parkhurst.
Danny Parker's Wyoming. Danny Parker's Wyoming. She's from Arizona. Danny Parker's, does she live near Mike Harris?
Good.
You're welcome, Mike.
Danny Parkhurst probably be real near us come August.
Hello.
Because I think I've seen her say that she's setting aside tiempo.
En dinero.
Sí.
Sí.
But Kelsey Lucy, 87 Central, said, I'm listening back to the original drive-thru episode, and it's chaos. Hope they have a better way to secure the cameras this time. Which is great, because we did spend time and Brad spent a lot of time securing the cameras. I was like his little servant boy. Fetch me a rubber band.
Yeah.
And I'd fetch him a rubber band. Fetch me something to hold it. I'd get him a wallet. Fetch me something narrower.
Yeah, longer,
and this is how he
narrower.
spoke to me.
Yes. Squire boy. Kelsey Lucy's going to be worried about this.
turns out it was all just a prank on you, though, because it wasn't secure at all.
Pranked.
No, it was better than
Do not
it,
redeem.
better than
It was
could have
pretty
been.
good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
We wanted it to be a little bit raw.
Right.
Yeah. We didn't want to be
Lo-fi.
too too produced.
Used Rachel's makeup holder.
Yeah, that's right.
Worked great.
Got some tape on the makeup holder.
Double-sided tape. Never got it back from Timon.
Really, Timon.
Take it out of his paycheck.
Brad Ellis requests. What do you think tape goes for these days?
$2.97. Oh, $25
$99
per hour. It's been
Was
gone.
it double-sided?
Yep. Oh, $50.
$50.99.
We're goofing.
It was a fun episode. It was fun. I hope people loved it, and I'm glad that Drew said that to you, because I asked Will. I saw Will the next day. I was like, did Drew say anything to
Yeah,
you?
you think he's mad?
Because Will and Drew are best friends. I mean, they're
Yeah.
brothers, but they're best friends. And I'm like, he's like, no, he didn't say anything. I was like, okay, I just want to make sure.
I haven't listened back to too much of it. I'll tell you what I did listen to, and for the first time in my life, I experienced what other people tell us, where they're like, I almost dropped my weights listening to you guys. It is kind of a hazard. I was like bench pressing, and then I got to some part where I was giving Timon a hard time. I forgot what it was. It's like, what's she like, Timon? Anything like Midge? And the way that you guys laughed made me laugh hard while bench pressing. I was like, I got to stop. I got to like fast forward this part or whatever. So can't believe it happened to myself, but I do get it now.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was, from memory, I feel like that episode is like mountains and valleys. Like there were some slow times, but then all of a sudden we see your dad. It's
Yeah.
like, this is awesome.
Yeah, wild.
Or we
right?
get to Logan, or like, this is awesome.
Yeah. I'm curious to listen back to it too. I haven't really, been able to see too much. I did go like fast forward to the part with my dad to be like, what was that like on camera? Like, and yeah, you see Timon just like zoom in on my dad. It's like, there he is. What's going on?
Hey, everybody.
What's everyone doing?
Yeah, what did he say? So you guys want to ask me college cities or what?
Yeah. Any college, I think he might have thought that like it was live, like or something. Like anybody ask me anything?
Go ahead. Everyone
Whatever.
listening, tuning in right now.
Just want to say thank you to everybody. And by the way, I'm Brad's dad. That was so funny.
Thank you, New York.
Live from New York. Yeah. Anyway, live from Sucre.
The administrative capital.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, it was a great time. I think overall, I mean, I listened back to part of the original one, and like, yeah, it wasn't like just wild the entire time. There was a time where I was like, hey, stall real quick. I'm going to go throw away some trash. Like I was throwing away trash in the dumpster.
Yeah,
at
we had a
church.
pretty low bar.
So it's not like, oh, we got to do whatever. So anyway, yeah, it was fun. We'll have to do something like that again.
Yeah,
soon.
keep it fresh. A couple quick things to mention. I want to make sure I get them set on the Monday episode. is next Wednesday. So that's March 12th. No, that's this Wednesday. All right, take it again from the top.
2 days from
2 days from now.
when this episode was released.
This week, this Wednesday, if you live in the area, not only is Wednesday night the tournament night of our indoor volleyball league, so it should be fun. But in addition to that, I don't think we've said this on the podcast yet, Nathan Coley, friend of ours, employee of ours, 1099, contractor of ours.
Good. Connor Kelderman wants that.
Contractor of ours.
Contracted person.
He's in a class right now. It's like a documentary class in college. And so he's making a documentary about the Ghostrunners podcast, which is very exciting. So him and a crew of people are flying into Kansas City. They're going to be here for like 3 days. You guys probably have seen, like, he's done a ton of interviews with certain people virtually. He's going to interview us, be filming us, interview Timon, whoever else. And he wants to get a ton of footage of like other things happening. So all that to be said, if you want to come to the game, he will be filming the volleyball that night as well. I think he wants to get aspects of that. So I was like, yeah, I'll invite the Ghosties to come out.
Fun. That'll be great.
Come see the squad. Come see Tate Unruh just soar above the net and then use 2 fingers to tip it over. Just trying to find a little weak spot. In the zone.
Change up can
the Tate
be just
tips.
as effective as a fastball.
I giggle every time. Because his other team, I mean, they're up there sending 2 blockers, and Tate, if they only knew, he's like Gandhi up there. He's a pacifist. So I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Just, in that little corner over there.
Desmond Dawson, one way or the other. Boom.
One more. Please, Rachel, give me one more.
Please, Rachel, send me one more.
You seen that movie, Timon?
No. No. Hacksaw?
Hacksaw.
Haven't seen it yet.
Should you watch that or Ocean's 11?
Which one should I watch first?
If I had to choose one, I'd say Ocean's 11, dude. Ocean's 11's awesome.
It's fun.
And it's just, Hacksaw's great. But there's a lot of good war movies out there.
And Ocean's George Clooney?
George Clooney.
Love him in Fantastic
others.
Mr. Fox. So
George Clooney,
his voice
Brad
is good.
Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Oh, fun.
Julia Roberts, Don Cheadle, Andy Garcia. Andy Garcia? Yeah.
Andy Garcia?
Steve Martin, I think. makes
Colombia.
No, I'm just kidding.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, all 11 people are like
I'll check it out soon.
Baldwin, Affleck,
Stacked.
Casey Affleck.
Affleck. Good call.
Don Cheadle, the guy from Monk. That's not the same guy. The guy that looks kind of like the guy from Monk.
Yeah, kind of looks like the Monk.
Yeah. Anyway.
Little Asian guy.
Bernie Mac, R.I.P.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
I
like his character. The old guy.
Yeah. All those guys. So good, dude.
So, anyway, next Wednesday. Come on out if you want.
Yeah,
Hy-Vee Arena. Now, it's confusing. You're going to type in Hy-Vee, and they're all grocery stores, but there's one that's not a grocery store.
Yeah.
Go to that one.
Yeah. Don't go to the small town in Alabama. Go to the racetrack. Right, Jake?
Go to the racetrack.
That'll be fun. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the documentary experience is going to be like. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Full 3 days here. So, that'll be fun. And then, I guess, speaking of, racetracks.
Yeah.
Ghosty Getaway. Keep marking your calendars. Don't forget, August 16th through 23rd.
Yep.
I would say the preliminary signups are going fast. Or the unofficial wait list is going fast from just like people we've talked to. It seems like a lot of people have cleared PTO, cleared their schedule.
Yep.
I don't know if people bought flights yet, but a lot of people have committed to coming even though it's not available to be bought yet.
I know. Well, yeah. Okay. Next week, if you're listening to this on Monday, next Monday we will put it out to everyone.
It'll be available?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I will say, I think I'll probably give early access to the people that have been there before and Patreon people. So if you want to get on Patreon right now, I bet by Thursday, unofficially, it'll be ready.
And before all that, Hannah Warner gets first dibs. That was the agreed upon terms. She lost out on tickets to a comedy show. She's like, all I ask is that I get first dibs.
That sounds pretty good to me. So that's fun that Hannah Warner's coming. That means Bank's coming. So
that is fun. Oh, it's going to be great.
Let's talk about more. We've talked about Mike Harris a lot, right? We have. Let's talk about Beth Row for a second.
Okay.
That's where you go when you do something bad and you're like, well, he's on Beth Row.
Yeah.
You know?
What meal do you want?
No, Beth Row is a ghosty, and I am amazed. I should have had it pulled up and had a archive of all these comments that she posts on our YouTube. but it feels like every time she has an experience for whatever we're talking about. Do you feel like this?
Yeah, like, oh, funny you mentioned that. I just did this.
Yeah, it's crazy you talk about Nobel Prizes. I studied Nobel Prizes for 4 years. It's like, no, how? You have something for everything. The latest one is on Monday's episode. We mentioned pretty briefly Salty Iguana.
Yes.
And she's like, Salty Iguana was,
Yeah, $100,000 in taxes they haven't paid.
How the heck did she know that though, dude?
Yeah, she had it before it broke.
It's like, what, you just have Salty Iguana alerts on your phone? Or you read about every restaurant closing like in Kansas City? Or like,
I saw it was posted today by like the Kansas City Star, but she knew it 5 days ago.
I looked it up. And
how?
I found a story on it, but I'm like, what? How? And so this segment is called Let's Test Beth Row. And let's just throw out different ideas and see if she has specific, connections to them.
Let's test Beth Row. That reminds me, don't forget, I have a game for the Ghosties to play as well.
Okay.
Bookmark. All right, let's test Beth Row.
Let's test Beth Row.
Let's test Beth Row.
Yeah. We are on Beth Row. Sounds weird. That sounds weird. I mean, Beth Row. So that's as far as I've gotten in the idea.
Okay.
So go ahead and
day trading.
Day trading. She's like, yeah, my husband day traded for 6 years alongside of micro farming.
I lost my first mortgage to day trading. Funny as say that.
Yeah. Day trading / micro farming specifically of root vegetables.
Okay. Hey, Beth Row. Try this on for size. Antarctica. What do you got there, huh?
She's like, we went on an Antarctic cruise, actually. You didn't know they had them, but there was only $4.99 for 8 nights.
Yeah.
What?
Less than the cost of double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape next.
Double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape.
Hey, Beth Row.
Hey, Beth Row.
Neti pots.
Yes. Neti pots. And the opposite of neti pots, which is?
Bidet.
Bidet pots. So I think that's enough. Let's just see. And if she completes the mission, we'll give her more next week.
Yep.
So
that's a fun little lob to someone when you're doing improv. Is like, and of course the opposite,
right?
And then they get to say whatever. Me and Stu Pulse would always do that at Kanakuk K-Lives because we would always, try to think of some creative way to go from dancing to everyone sitting down, and we would always do something like, so you've got to lay on your stomach. And make sure, because the evil, you come up with some character, he can only see things that are up high. So you got to be laying on your stomach. Stu, what's the opposite of laying on your stomach?
Yeah.
And then it's always, pogo sticking.
Right.
Of course. You cannot pogo stick.
Yeah. I love, when you have somebody else that you can trust to do it with. If, no offense, Timon, but if I was the opposite neti pot, Timon, I hate you guys.
Right. Yeah. Every time.
Yeah, and eventually it just takes practice or whatever, but I can be like, yeah, Jake, the whatever, this, that, whatever. But what's your, you go ahead.
What were you going to say?
You had something better.
I don't know what I was going to say. I was just going to lift up my shirt. Notice anything?
Mm-hmm.
Say it on three. Say it on three. What you guys are both noticing. 1, 2, 3.
Soft clothes.
That's right. Cozy Earth is now promoting their sweet and soft clothes.
Sweet and soft.
Sweet and soft, yeah. Yep. You've heard of sweet and sour chicken. Let's just backtrack. Their clothes are soft.
Yes.
And people will say, well,
hey,
those are sweet.
Yeah.
And you'll say,
where'd you get those?
It's viscose from bamboo, actually.
No way. I've heard of that.
I mean, this is probably 4 out of the past 5 weeks that I've podcasted in Cozy Earth clothing. And it's not just so I have something to talk about, because trust me, if I did, I would have had something a little more clever to say. It's just because that's what I enjoy wearing.
Right.
It's what I wear it to bed. I wear it to work. I wear it in the airport. It's the coziest thing. It's the softest thing known to man.
Yeah, you wear it even when we're not sponsored by Cozy Earth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. The main things I would encourage you guys to buy, I mean, they have a robust website, a lot of different options. I mean, hand towels, socks, slipper, whatever. But the main things I would encourage, the things that I get the most joy out of, are the bed sheets and the clothing. I think any type of thick hoodie you see on their side or thick joggers, anything that's like made from like the viscose from bamboo, that is the top-notch material. I'd recommend getting that.
Yes.
It's really nice.
It is. It's great. Catherine just the other day put fresh ones on. She's like, I changed them out. We're leaving for Texas in the morning. And so she's like, I want some fresh ones when we get back.
Oh, that is going to be nice. You're going to probably end up coming home a day early. You know what's waiting on you.
I'll say this. I'm not looking forward to sleeping in Texas because we might bring our own sheets. And if we do, they're going to be Cozy Earth. So if you go to cozyearth.com/ghostrunners, you can see this and more, all that and more. I'm looking at their footwear right now. They got some nice looking cozy socks in all sorts of different lengths, varieties. They have it all. So once again, cozyearth.com/ghostrunners. Use our promo code GRKC.
Get 40%
off.
40% off.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I even told people after I was talking to Ghosties after my show in South Dakota, and I think they brought up Cozy Earth, and I was like, I don't know how else to say it, but I promise you, it's worth the investment.
Yes,
it's so good.
Right,
their stuff is good. Support them, support us. Really appreciate it. That's it.
Yes,
sweet and sour.
Yes.
My game for the Ghosties. I thought about this last night. I bought a new batch of protein, and it said, "How did you hear about us?" And I thought, you know what? Just for kicks, I'm going to say I clicked on other and I said Ghostrunners podcast.
Love that.
So here's my challenge to the Ghosties. And here's my offer. I haven't cleared this with Brad. Definitely haven't cleared this with Timon. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to throw this out there. Every time you buy something not off Amazon, like an actual website, and it says, "How did you hear about us?" I want you to go down, you're going to click other, and then you're going to click Ghostrunners podcast and just assume everything you've ever bought came from us. If that company eventually sponsors us, we will give you $100.
Yes, I agree.
Brad's okay with it. Timon's giving me kind of a face that says like,
that's like 4 double-sided shapes.
Forgot Timon's on camera now, so we can't just make stuff up for what Timon's doing. But yeah, what do you think about that game?
I think that's great. Yeah, the old affiliate style. Also, just screenshot and send them our way of like Ghostrunners podcast.
Yeah.
How we got here. Yeah.
Because
it is fun. Like people have bought Brick recently and like sent me like, "Hey man, you inspired me to do this thing," whatever. So that'd be so fun to just be like, "Yeah, I heard it from Ghostrunners.
Mm-hmm.
You should have them sponsor you guys."
Yeah.
Or vice versa. Because that'd be cool. I love that.
Fun little game.
That's a really fun game.
Timon, you posted a video of you singing yesterday, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I watched it twice at 2 different times.
Whoa. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got on Instagram. It was there. Listened to it. Later that night, brushing my teeth on Facebook. Posted a Facebook story. Listened to it again.
Fun.
Cried both times.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was hard to determine what was the toothpaste and what were my own tears.
It was just really minty toothpaste. Yeah.
Salty.
Oh, sinner. Yeah. You seen "Oh Brother Where Art Thou" or listen to the soundtrack?
No.
Oh,
add it to the list.
I got so much stuff in my watch list, guys.
Just the soundtrack's so good, and they have that song on there.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. I think me and possibly like all 4 of like the boys are gonna sing that song together. Me, Zach, Oliver, and Graydon, because we're all like, Graydon's about to start taking lessons from Dr. Smith, and so we all 4 will be taking lessons from him.
Cool.
And so we're just gonna work on that. And like, he's just great at like anything music and just arranging. I mean, you heard it's like a different sound. It like stacks, and then you're in a new key, and like, yeah, it's gonna be cool.
I noticed all that. I was like, it's stacking, and now it's a new key. That's interesting.
So he was able to stack on the keys. Okay, and he's playing 88 keys.
Layered up the 4x4 measure.
The 4x4. Yeah.
The all-terrain.
That's what they call 4-part harmony. It's 4x4.
4x4.
4
stacks.
4x4. Yep. The
scatter plot.
Finn's Post 4x4. Yeah, good.
I really do love that song because strange memory to it. Before YouTubers were even like doing challenges like this on the limo trip, one day we got to Raleigh, North Carolina, and we were like, by the end of the day, we are going to find a turtle. That was the whole YouTube video, which is like, that's like modern YouTube now. We are ahead of the trend. It's all day. We're trying to find a turtle. That's the whole video. We finally find one. And then we decide like, well, we should set him free. You know, we've had him for a little bit. Let's let him go back. And so it's like the sun is setting and there's a river. And Kyle's like, I'm going to do a little ceremony, if you guys don't mind. And I'm just going to walk him down there. And so he starts walking down, like doing like a military march down to the river. And then he goes, Ty, can I get some music? And then Ty, without skipping a beat, just starts singing, I went down to the river and just like sings this beautiful song at sunset as like Kyle is like saluting this turtle. And we have like all these onlookers just being, what is going on? And if you watch it back, like it's shaking because I'm like laughing so hard of like how like oddly beautiful this is to release the turtle. So great song, Timon.
So record it, and then somebody will go and get that footage from Ellen We Bought a Limo.
Overlay it on top of it.
That'd be amazing. That's hilarious, dude.
Good times.
I remember that. That was an earlier episode, wasn't it?
Probably would have been, East Coast. I mean, episode 15, 16 probably. Good memory.
Yeah. I remember. I don't know if I watched that whole one. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
That one was a little bit like, all right, I think they're finding the turtle here. I got it. I think I got it.
Yeah, it wasn't a perfect YouTube video. Didn't have our retention strategies dialed in yet.
It wasn't Club Limo, Best nightclub in New York.
Good times.
Good times watching Jake in the limo, baby.
Good times. Well,
what? So locked in.
Locked in. Do you guys want to do reviews of the week or?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
What else?
Oh, there's nothing else here. I got things for next week or on Wednesday. I got segments on segments.
Do you need a review? I screenshotted one, and I also have one on my laptop. This was a real nice one from Claire.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Wow, your font is so small.
Keeps the eyes fresh.
All right, Claire Young, 1049 is a YouTube comment, right?
Correct.
Holy cow. Okay, I feel like it's finally time for me to comment since I'm an OG Ghosty. I found you guys in 2019 when I was a junior in high school, and I was looking for podcasts to listen to while I worked as a part-time custodian after school. Now I'm 21, graduated from college last year, and I'm now living in France and traveling around Europe. Through it all, you guys have been a constant for me in the last 6 years. Has it really been that long? This has become my ultimate comfort pod, and I'm super grateful to you guys for bringing laughter and positivity to my days. I love the community you've created, despite my tendency to just lurk. Maybe I'll comment again in another few years, and we can see where we're at. Love y'all. Have a good week, Ghosties. Thank you, Claire Young.
Claire Young.
I think it's. Oh, sorry. I always lock the screen. We love the Ghosties and lurking. We understand that not everyone's a commenter. We understand that not everyone's going to be verbally expressive of things, but like that means so much that you do comment, but also we understand if you're just one that just likes to listen in the background.
Yeah, it's pretty common that I meet ghosties in real life and like, sorry, I'm a ghostie. You wouldn't know me. That I never comment. I'm like,
right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't comment on any of the podcasts I listen to.
Right.
So
but you
all
still
good.
like them. You know? Yeah. So it's awesome. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Claire. All right. This is a email, long one from Cheris. And I'll kind of summarize certain parts of it. But she said, I've been wanting to send a message for almost a year, so I was trying to get caught up. But today's the day. Finally caught up on every Ghostrunners episode. I want to start by thanking you guys for your commitment to your faith, the pod, and the Ghosty community. I started listening last January after seeing Jake and Trey on tour. When I went to see the tour, I had just moved to Oklahoma from Michigan after losing the ministry job of my dreams. I was lost, confused, and grieving. I'd never been to Oklahoma. I knew no one here. I decided to go to the show alone just to get out of my apartment for a bit. I'm so glad I did because that's where I discovered Ghostrunners. You guys have changed my life for the better. It makes me emotional just thinking about how big of a blessing you've been to me and how the Lord has used you to bring joy, healing, and laughter into a really difficult season of life. This past year, I had the potential to be really lonely, but in moments of loneliness or wondering what the heck am I doing in Oklahoma, I would put on the pod. You guys have become a source of comfort for me. I really can't say enough how thankful I am for you guys and the community you fostered. It truly is a gift from God, and you are stewarding it carefully, but with open hands so the Lord can do with it what he wills. It's beautiful to be a small part of it. I'm excited to be along for the ride, whatever lies ahead for Ghostrunners. I hope to make it to a meetup soon. Also, you guys make me want to check out KC. There's so much more I want to say, but I'll leave it at that. Thank you again. Great email.
That's sweet. That's
Thank
really
you
cool.
for taking the time to tell us that.
Yeah.
That's real
True.
nice.
That's awesome.
And I'm glad you came to the show.
Yeah.
Started all this.
That's right. Yeah. I wonder how that started. Like, did she then look at your profile on Instagram? Did she then meet somebody in line? Whatever. I don't know.
I feel like that's probably most common. It's just there's so many of the ghosties there and you hear all these people talking about it. Like, what is this?
Why are all these people having Ghostrunners shirts? What does that mean? Yeah. Where can you buy those? Ghostrunners.life/shop? Okay, interesting.
Farmer's Market in Sucre? Where do you get this stuff?
El Mercado in Sucre? Oh, Sucre. Getting some shout out, getting some love.
Yeah.
So, cool, man. I love it. That's sweet.
Any interest in, I don't know, in this episode with the jingle? I see that hand. I see that
I
hand.
can try. Yeah.
Time we'd like to try.
Jordan on Jordan.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
This one's written by...
You don't know how true that is. We'll see. I don't...
Yeah, Timon didn't seem... I was like, Timon, can you make this work? And he's like, I can try. It's hard, right?
I've listened to this quite a few times, so hopefully I'll get it. But yeah, this is One Short Day from Wicked.
So everyone be honest about how well he did on this.
Please don't. Yeah.
Give him a letterbox review.
Don't just say nice things just because we're a nice podcast.
Don't Sucre cut it. Yeah. I mean, really.
Cut it.
I said it
You
wrong.
were so close.
Sucre coated.
Great, dude.
Sucre coated.
Don't Sucre cut it. Dang it. You're thinking of Prison Break still. Like, hey, what do you need here?
We have to cut the wire.
Yeah.
Sucre coated.
Here goes nothing.
It's not nothing. This is your art.
All right. Volume up here.
Think about Mr. Smith and Dr. Smith and what he would say.
Think about the river.
Think about raising your yas.
It's giving me all kinds of...
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Come with me to amazing Napanee. I'm going to start over. And
Good. This is raw.
I'm going to say Napanee instead of Napanee because it's Emerald City, not Emerald City.
Got it.
It's also
It'll
pronounced
help me.
Napanee.
Also, did I catch a metronome in there?
Maybe.
All right. Hey, keep us on beat.
We'll see what happens. All right.
It's pronounced Napanee.
Oh, really?
Just Santa Fe was Napanee.
Oh, come with me to amazing Napanee. One short day.
That was awesome.
Without knowing that song very well, it sounded great.
I was going to say,
Okay, cool.
As far as I know, that was an original. I don't know what that was.
I know it's Wicked, but that's about all I know.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Should I see? So we talked about your list, time, and it goes Ocean's 11, Desmond Doss, Hacksaw Ridge, and then Oh Brother Art Thou.
Yeah.
My list, rank them for me. Wicked, Truman Show.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Truman Show, then Wicked. But
right.
I wouldn't put it that far below. Wicked's great. I like Wicked a lot.
Okay, but play chess, not checkers here, Timon. Do you think Jake would like Wicked a lot?
Play chess with me.
I don't know. He brought it up. I think maybe. I think you might like. Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Let me ask you this.
It's fun. I think it's funny. Ariana Grande is really funny in it.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Is it less than an hour long?
So it's 2.5.
Oh.
That is a pretty big barrier of entry for that. It's pretty long.
Okay. I was hoping it was like 45 minutes.
Do they have like a condensed version, like a TV version?
Like a YouTube
like
kind
takes away some of the
kinda,
inappropriate scenes. They have like a VidAngel version of it.
Mm-hmm. Just the good parts.
I'll make one for you.
Angel, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Would you rather watch only the talking parts or only the singing parts of Wicked? If you had to choose.
Talking parts.
Yeah. So probably play chess, not checkers. Wicked's down on the list.
Really?
The dude doesn't want to listen to the singing.
Yeah. The songs are the best part of Wicked, I think.
I'm trying to think the
There's
last
some
time.
that aren't great. I don't know.
I don't even know the last time I've seen a movie like this, though. So, hey, I'm growing up.
Yeah.
Maybe I have an appreciation for the fine arts these
You
days.
seen Greatest Showman?
Not really.
Okay.
I think it's been on.
Okay.
And I've been in the house, but never watched it all the way through. I couldn't really describe the plot to you. I don't really know.
That's
what
another one
happens.
where the songs are the movie. Like they make the movie, I think. The story's fine.
And I will say, if the Wicked music is as good as the Greatest Showman music, I'm in. I'll watch it. I think Greatest
In my
Showman music is
opinion,
awesome.
It is. But
Okay.
some might. I don't know. We'll see. I saw a meme that was like, musicals are like normal movies, but they just choose to ruin it every 15 minutes. It's like, I don't agree with that, but I thought it was pretty funny.
That's really funny.
That's how I felt as a kid. Like,
Yeah.
be like, oh, they're singing again. Okay, here we go.
That almost sounded like you were about to go into a song. They're singing again. They're singing again.
When will they stop singing? Yeah. You know what movie I absolutely hated was the new Les Mis.
That's actually what I was going to guess. I heard people say.
It's pretty weird. I
Holy
liked
cow.
it, but it takes a, I don't know. I'm not surprised. And I also don't blame you at all for not liking it.
Because Anne Hathaway had short hair. Who
Yeah.
wants to see that?
Not me. Yeah.
I wanted to
I
see
liked
Anne
Anne
Hath-
Hathaway in Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was great in that because she had long hair.
Yep.
Yep.
If I wanted to see Anne Hathaway with short hair, I'd go to the local middle school and just stare at the boys.
And you don't want to do that.
And I don't want to do it
And
either.
you don't want to do that. Yeah. Good for you. That's exactly
That's
what
how I feel about Les Mis.
So that's how we're going to end this episode, guys. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to Patreon if you want to get the episodes a day early. Get some backseat access. Backstage.
Like side door access to things like the Ghosty Getaway, Fantasy Football League.
Yep, stuff like that. And just to support us. We just appreciate all the ways to support us. We've got merch, support our sponsors.
Good boy merch.
Good boy. Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for making us a part of your week. We'll see you Wednesday. We love you guys.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody